भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity and to this very special day, for allowing me to serve in the mission of Guru and Gaurang and sparing your precious time, especially coming immediately after Friday, many of you. It's a big effort and we appreciate that. And I also like to thank Gopinath Prabhu for taking over and singing bhajans. The thing is that he's my god brother, so I took this liberty. But we have seen that he sings, and especially today, he's singing even more beautiful than other days. So I thought that let there not be a degradation in singing quality. So it's better that he takes up. So today we'll be talking about where we left on Friday. So I'll just ask briefly, and then everything will lead to a particular theme. So what was it that we were actually celebrating on Friday? Those who have come here. So we'll just try to look at that and how we proceed further from that. On Friday was Gaur Purnima. Now all these things sounds very simple. I come from this culture. Even for me, sometimes some things are new. So I'm just sharing, looking as a person who's looking for the first time in this occasion. So I'll proceed with that. But before that, it's slightly sad and happy occasion. It's a paradoxical. So which I'd like to just say, I would like to pay homage to one of our dear devotees who has parted. She was a family friend also, plus she was a wonderful devotee. Krishna Priya Vaishnavi Thakurani. She passed away on, or she left her physical body on 12th of March. And she was head pujari in the temple and in North Carolina, which is known as New Golok Vrindavan Temple, and she was also temple president. And she was a wonderful devotee in the sense that not only she was a wonderful devotee, she was also a wonderful human being. Because generally in the name of devotee, sometimes we forget our humanity. So she was very compassionate is the one word which would like to sum up her qualities. And whether a person is coming to the temple for the first time or a senior devotee who is experiencing some difficulty, she will personally go and take care of every person. In management parlance, you would say something like hand holding. She would be coming and she'll be taking care of every person who would be coming to temple in any capacity, and she'll try to make the person's life comfortable. And that's how she helped develop the congregation wonderfully, and the temple grew very wonderfully because of her person efforts. So you see that today, incidentally, why I said it's a very auspicious day for me also, that today in New Golak Vrindavan, they are also having a program specially dedicated to her. Here you see her picture is kept in the temple. This is a picture which they have kept there already. And those of you are aware, she was a very short in height person, you would say, with slightly hunchback. Now, what makes her even more wonderful is that she was suffering from a disease called scoliosis, or there's a curvature which develops in spinal column. So she spent majority of her life, more than few decades, under severe pain. But she did not allow anybody to see that she was under tremendous pain. But she will try to ease others' pains on the other hand. And when she was passing away from this life, there were two devotees constantly singing with her to help her to remind about Krishna. And they were saying, could you like to take sedatives? But she said, no, it's better that I'm fully aware when I'm leaving this body. That was her consciousness. So when we are devotee at such serving level, so even Krishna reciprocates. So this is what I would like to talk about that. So she was a wonderful devotee. That's all we could say, and maybe we could pray for her that she, of course, we are happy that she is getting higher service in Krishna's mission. But of course, we have some sorrows. But with this note, now we proceed to today's topic. So we talk about Gaur Purnima. Shri Gaur Purnima, it's basically, put in simple language, it's a birthday celebration of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which is around now 539 years back in West Bengal, and it was celebrated in Helsinki also, but the biggest festivities take place in Mayapur. So I was there 2 years back, last year, So I will be sharing some of the pictures which we had there personally first hand. So those of you can see this picture because I was talking to some kids also, that how many pictures do you see here, and few of them could correctly say that there are two pictures. So in the upper picture we see Lord Krishna and his pastime in Golok Vrindavan, and in the lower picture we see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with his associates. Now Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we call him Mahaprabhu. It's just not a title because he is the source of spiritual purity and liberation, and he is a Krishna himself appearing in devotees mode. Now there are various reasons, but you see that in the picture he is not blackish blue color of Krishna, but he is Krishna himself. But his color matches that of Srimati Radharani. And in previous ages he would be asking people to surrender, but in this age Krishna says that you just chant the names of the holy name and then your life will be perfected. And those of you can see that his complexion is golden, which is the same as Srimati Radharani. So he is Krishna who is coming in Srimati Radharani's mood, because as God himself, he was fascinated by things. What is it that devotees see in me that they are so much in love with me? So there are various reasons why he came, but one of the reasons was just he wanted to see how devotees see me. So he comes in the mood of a devotee. So Gaur Purnima also means golden full moon in English. Now, when we say golden, now some of you talking from astrology background, you'll say, but it was blood moon day and all that. Great. But what was the color of the moon? It was golden. And why we call it Gaur Purnima? Because when the moon was just rising, that's the time when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was taking birth, 539 years back. So, as devotees, on this day we are celebrating by fasting till moonrise, and after that we have festivities. So, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared. Of course, he appeared, but in our present times, it was Bhaktivinoda Thakur who found out where he was actually born. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur, those of you are aware, he realized that he is Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's father, or you could say in biological terms, he is spiritually Srila Prabhupada's grandfather, because spiritual father would be Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So he was quite an educated, well-literate person in Western education as well as Eastern education, and he was a deputy district magistrate and collector. That was very high post in those days. So he sincerely wanted to know what is the actual birthplace of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So one night while he was meditating on holy names, he found that there is one particular palm tree which was glowing. So he just went out there and he was not sure, but then he kept on studying further and further, because before I commit anything to anybody else, I must be sure of my facts. So he was checking, and he came to the conclusion this is where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was born. But being a great Vaishnava, he realized just because I am thinking, I may be speculating, so I must check with the authorities, higher authorities. So then he asked Shri Jagannath Babaji, who was 142-year-old. Now, 142-year-old, nowadays it's even difficult to imagine. And he was so old that he would not be able to even walk. So there was one personal servant, who would be carrying him in a basket. So when Bhaktivinoda Thakur went to him to ask him to that place, when he came there, he was shocked and he was so high that he could not even walk. Then he was actually jumping very high, and he started shouting, "Hey, to Nimai Janma Bhumi." This is the birthplace of Nimai. And in 1893, this temple was established. So this temple still exists. So these are the pictures which we have there. When we are going towards the temple, it's on the left hand side. So in this Yogpeeth, you will see deity of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, who was the one who founded. And that on the right side, you see this picture of neem tree. Chaitanya Prabhu's another name is also Nimai, because he was born under neem tree, and this was the tree under he was born. Now it's easy for us to see some mythical figures, but when you see live proof of those things, it helps us advance spiritually faster. So under this neem tree, you can take this. Now you will wonder that I took wonderful pictures. No, on this place we are not supposed to take pictures, so I had to take it from internet. But these are the pictures. And these are the deities like Lord Gaurang with Vishnu Priya and Lakshmi Priya, and his parents Jagannath Mishra and Shachi Mata, and he is like a small child in Shachi Mata's lap. And this is the actual footwear. This is the picture I could take. So this is what I could say. I had taken. This is a silver wear which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was wearing while he was walking. So now we come to a question. Okay, why did Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appear the way he appeared? So would anybody like to mention what was the reason or what were the various reasons why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared? As is the time, whenever there is a downfall or degradation of religion, and there's a rise of irreligion, there's a time Lord Vishnu or Krishna appears as an avatar. So again, times are very bad for devotees, and right now, if we go out, I was just asking some children that if I ask you, you are sitting in a school, and if I say that, okay, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare, it's the Yug Dharma. So if you just go out, or forget about going outside on the road, even in the school, can you sing this song? If yes, great. If no, why? And finally, they came with the conclusion they would feel shy. So most of us, when we have to go out, okay, when we are going out, like in summers, we'll be having the Jagannath Rath Yatra. So that time, most of us will be singing and dancing loudly, publicly, and will not feel uncomfortable. But when we are going alone, it takes some courage. And we are rocking in a time where we are living in a civilized society. Even if you are singing or dancing, nobody will say anything. At best, they'll say, okay, could you please be a bit toned down, or you are creating diversion to others, or you are disrupting traffic. That's all they will say. But nobody will be going beyond that. But that time, the situation was this, that if you are talking in God's name, there will be people who will be beating you up, and you might be even killed. They will be throwing stones at you. So it was very difficult. So looking at it, this Sri Advaita Acharya, he was praying day and night that, okay, human being cannot take control of this control. God, you have to come yourself personally. So he was praying to Krishna that you come personally, and then you again establish the Yug Dharma, because it's very difficult otherwise. So that was one of the reasons when he came. But there's another reason. Was there somebody who came here on Friday? Yeah. Could you please tell what was discussed on Friday's session by Hare Krishna Prabhu? Okay, before that, how long was the duration? How much he spoke? Oh, 1 hour. So could you please sum up that what happened in that 1 hour? So we are talking about something which happened just 2 days back. And here we are talking about Bhagavad Gita, which was spoken to Arjun by Krishna, which was more than 5,000 years back. We are living in Kali Yuga. This is my memory. If you ask me what are you doing, I'll say, excuse me, I was supposed to help, but I had medical conditions, so I could not help. That's all I could remember. But I could not even listen to the lecture properly. So same case with me. I'm not trying to point out anybody, but this is our memories in present times. So one of the things was that here we are being polite that people had not understood Bhagavad Gita properly. But the thing is that we have such short memories that you don't even remember much. So forget about what was spoken to our great grandfather, great grandfather's time, Bhagavad Gita, and we are talking about its knowledge. The thing is, we had forgotten everything. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu again came as Krishna's avatar, as a devotee, so that he can revive the knowledge which was shared, which was earlier given to Vyaswan, then to Arjun, again back to us in our present context, in our language. Because it was spoken in Sanskrit, and many of us don't even know if somebody speaks in Sanskrit, what was that? So, and then another reason was that he wanted to come with a Yug Dharma. Now, why this Yug Dharma is chanting, we'll come to that also. And in all other ages, Krishna comes as God or as supreme authority on the higher platform to deliver, or to give very simple example, as a teacher to naughty students. And those who are not listening, I come from India, so we are used to getting severely physically punished, which will now sound like child abuse, but we have taken lots of beatings. So he would come like that as a teacher to students, and he will be punishing, and he will be saying that you have to surrender everything, you have to do this, you do. It's something like this. You come to temple, and if I start shouting, okay, you are supposed to do this, you are supposed to follow this etiquette, that etiquette. On the other hand, in this age, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes, he says, okay, please come to the temple, please enjoy, please sing, please dance, please feel happy, please have prasadam, please enjoy. Please. So which one is more appealing? One is push, you are supposed to, and other is pull, please come. And do what you do feeling willingly, do with your heart, do with sincerity, do with happiness. What makes you feel happy? If you don't feel happy, don't do it. If somebody talks like that, that's how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came. So in this age, Krishna realizes that if I say you are supposed to do this, people are so bad, so naughty that they won't even listen. So what is causing that demonic tendency or that naughtiness or mischievousness? So he was addressing that. He was purifying that aspect. And in every incarnation, Krishna expects that, okay, sarva dharman paritaje, mam ekam sharanam braja. Like, okay, surrender everything, then you come to me. But here he says, okay, whatever you do, just remember that you are here because of God. Just remember God and pay your obeisances, and then you continue doing whatever you are doing, but just think of God. Just with this simple act, what happens that people start getting purified, and when they start getting purified, they themselves let go of those all anarthas or those evil tendencies or demonic tendencies within them. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was not asking, okay, what's your qualification or what's your gender, what is your age? No, nothing. Wherever you are, whatever you are qualified. And despite that, we are living in such a sinful age. He was just giving knowledge free of cost to everybody else. Here, if you want to do even something like as simple as yoga or something, for that also you have to book appointments and make payments for that. But he would not look at that. Just do as per your convenience and as per. There's no you have to follow particular dress code and all things. As your like heart is clean, that's good enough. Be receptive heart. And Lochandas Thakur mentions in Chetan Mangal that Chetan Mahaprabhu had predicted, like Ebe Nam Sankirtan, Tikshan Khadagalaya, Antar Asur Jivera Filve Katiya. So I'll be attacking the root cause of all the demonic nature, and I'll be delivering by cleansing the heart of all the conditioned souls. And then he also mentions like Yadi Papi Chadi Dharma Dure Deshe Yar Mora Senapati Bhakta Yaive Tatya, like my commander will come, who will take care of the remaining demoniac people. And he was referring to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He made his prediction 500 years back. So, who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? He is also known as Triyug. That basically he comes in all the ages, but in this age he comes in hidden avatar or hidden incarnation. So he declares, it's declared in Adi Puran and Narad Puran, it's not like from one source, but he says like, Aham eva dvij shreshto, nityam prachana vigraha, bhagavad bhakta rupen, lokam rakshamagi sarvada. Like, I will not come as God, but as a person, in a Brahminical role, as a devotee. Because if I say that you are supposed to do this, like a teacher tells students that he had done in 3 ages, but in this age he says, okay, instead of teacher, I'll also come as a student. And as Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, what higher people do, lower people follow. So he wanted to be a role model, like, okay, ideal student, how a student should behave, and looking as, because if he is being a good student, other will start compete to become better students. So they are serving the mission of the Lord. So that's how he comes. And in Srimad Bhagavatam also, it's mentioned that although his complexion is blackish, he is Krishna himself. He's not blackish. He is coming in golden, but he is Krishna himself. And then as he covered as covered incarnation, because generally what happens, the minute, let's say, the person who you are living with, suddenly somebody tells you that this person is God himself, do you think you'll be able to live comfortably with that person anymore? Suddenly you will be from that or you that affectionate feeling towards that person will become awe and reverence. You'll like in fear, okay, am I going to hurt this person feeling, or am I doing the right thing? And then reverence, okay, this person is beyond me. God doesn't like that. God likes reciprocation, like one-to-one basis. That's why Gop and Gopis are his favorite, because he wants to play with them like friends or with like parent or in any capacity. There are 5 rases, so whichever ras you are comfortable, He would likes to be like a human being with all of us. So he comes as a hidden avatar so that he can lead people so that they can see that there's no difference. If you are thinking, because all of our spirit souls the same as Vishnu Tattva we have in ourselves, if you are just following that, we are advancing. That's Krishna's mission in this age. And in Srimad Bhagavatam, he also again mentions Krishna Varnam Tvisha Krishnam Sangopasa Parashram Yajnaim Sankirtan Prayer Yajanti He Sumedsan. So he comes uttering only two words, Krishna. And his weapons in this age, because every time his weapons change. So his weapons are holy name of Krishna and Srimad Bhagavatam and Kirtan and Mahaprasad. And his arms and legs are basically avatars like Nityanand Prabhu Advaitacharya. And then these divine energies are like Gadadhar Pandit, Swarup Damodar, Ramanand Rai, etc. And then eternal essential confidential associates like Srivas Thakur, Haridas Thakur, and other devotees. So they come and you'll never see God coming alone. He comes always in group. Here in this particular, you see this picture just behind this screen. When this picture is, sorry, I'm blocking that. But you'll see the same picture out here. There's Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya, who's Lord Brihaspati himself. He comes as a devotee to play in the pastimes of Lord Vishnu. So he was having his own doubts that is this person really Krishna himself? So he had lots of debates, and then finally, when the debates got over, then he had surrendered. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed him this Triyug, or like this Shadbhuj form. You can see six arms. Those green arms when he came in Treta Yuga as Lord Ram. So you can see bow and arrow. And then in Dwapar Yuga, when he came as Krishna in blue with a flute, and then his own Swarup as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, like this as that sannyasi danda, and then this kamandal in which you carry water. So that was just, it's not that because Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya was doubting him, but he had already surrendered, then out of his mercy he showed him. So he had come here to establish the Yug Dharma. So this is a pictorial representation of the various ages. Like Satyug is 1.728 million years. Then comes Treta Yug, which is 1.296 million years. And then Dwapar Yug, which is 864,000 years. And present age Kali Yug. So in this, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes as Gaur Avatar. You can see his picture out here. And as you see, there's a high on the curve, which is still going upward. So up to 50,000 years or so. It's basically we are in the golden age, and after that, this is the best time to just do Nam Sakirtan, perfectibilize and leave. And after that, this age will start deteriorating. And after 432,000 years, when everything has gone down, there will be hardly any devotees left. Very few devotees, and most of us will in demoniac nature. That time, Lord Vishnu will come in his Dashavatar or Kalki Avatar, and he'll kill. His preaching would be through the sword. He'll be coming in horse and he'll be killing all the non-devotees. And again, as the cycle of time goes, then Satyug will again start. So this is how ages change. So in this age, in every age, there's a particular dharma or particular way of meditation. In Satyug, it was meditation on Lord Vishnu. So even though you might think about great demons who are demons, but they were also getting their power through meditation only. Like you talk about Hiranyakashipu or Ravan, they were meditating on thousands of years. Like if somebody says, no, why can't I meditate? Yes, boss, you can, but maximum you can expect a lifespan is around 125 years. And that too, towards the end of that, we are not Lord Krishna, that at the age of 125 also, he was as young as 16-year-old boy. We'll be all dilapidated and we'll be just barely able to keep ourselves. Skin will be falling all over and body parts will be all gone. So at that time, they were praying for 10,000 years plus and all that. Then come Treta Yuga, performing sacrifices. Now, if you think, okay, why can't we perform sacrifices? Great. Let's say you want to do sacrifice, and for yajna, you have to get pure ghee. Where will you get the pure cow milk, and from which you will be getting ghee? Even that is adulterated. I am talking about India, which is supposed to be land of cows and milk. There is so much of adulteration going on. Then comes Dwapar Yuga, elaborate temple worship. Here we don't even have proper ingredients, how to even worship. So finally we are reduced to Kali Yuga. That's all. All of us can always sing Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram, Ram Ram Hare. That we all can do. Because other ages, what was possible? In this age, it's just not possible. So this is the thing which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also realized, and he was trying to tell us. So now we come to the towards the conclusion. What was the works of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, or what many things? Like we have seen, Srila Prabhupada wrote more than 70 books following the parampara. So how much work he must have done? So it's a bit surprising that he has given only 8 written verses, Shikshashtaka, which talk about the glories of chanting the holy names. But when he was giving his example, personal example, there were 6 devotees: Shri Rup Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, Bhatt Raghunath Goswami, Shri Jeev Goswami, Gopal Bhatt Goswami, and Das Raghunath Goswami. So they were just tabulating whatever he was saying, all his activities, what he was saying, what he was displaying, they were writing on his books. So all these books in which they were trying to conclude how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wished, they knew his heart, and he was personally giving them association and knowledge. So they put in our language so that we could understand, because once he is gone 500 years back, so how would we be able to get that knowledge? So that Krishna Bhakti are coming through all these devotees. So these were the Shikshastak. I'll not be taking much of your time. I'll just straight away say, like, first verse would talk about, like, what about the glories of chanting Lord Krishna. The minute you start chanting, it's something like this, that they say that if you are having sore throat and if you take a gargle with salt water, it's something like this. When you start chanting holy names, so slowly the dirt from your heart or the kalmash or all the anarthas, they start slowly going away. And the miseries which we face in this world, like a samsara davanal, so that fire will slowly start getting extinguished. And secondly, we have this benefit of holy names, but we are so offensive that when we are, even if we are chanting holy names, we are not able to feel attracted or love this chanting. So basically, this is our situation. And then what should be our mentality? Like if we are thinking that we are lower than the grass, now I will say, what is lower than the grass? It sounds very cliched, but the thing is that when we are going out on the road, it can grow in the lawns, beautiful lawns, or on the roadside and all those things. And many times we are just walking over the grass, we don't even think about anything, what's happening, whether it has Krishna inside for it. So when we are thinking that we are lower than the grass which is inside, or more tolerant than the tree, how is the tree more tolerant? Like if you realize, for us, if it's cold, I'm wearing a sweater. When it's warm, I just take off my sweater. But trees don't have that type of option. And trees are always trying to give us fruits and flowers. But what we do, we just cut them for making, if nothing else, in present context, making toilet paper out of it. The thing is that, see how tolerant trees are. So if we are thinking more tolerant, we are not expecting personal honor. Like if I'm doing something, did everybody notice how wonderful service I was doing? This is the offensive thought process we have. But when we get out of that, then we are slowly getting more purified, more qualified to sing the holy names. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that as a devotee, we should be thinking that we don't want anything other than just doing unmotivated. Like, okay, I'm doing this for you. I came to temple. What do I get in return? Like typically in students during exam day, they say, okay, God, I know how good I have prepared, but please take care of my results. Otherwise, my parents will get upset. I might fail. So you please take care of me. No, not that mentality. But after life, okay, I just want to serve you. Whether you like me or not, it doesn't matter. I should be loving you. That's my mentality. That should be my mentality, please. And then please consider, be very merciful, causelessly merciful. Like, okay, since I'm good, you be merciful. No, I know that whatever I have done, I'm not even qualified to even say sorry to you, but I expect that you please, just out of your good, noble nature, just please forgive me and still let me be associated. Let me be a part of your lotus feet. Let me just serve you in whatever capacity you want. In fact, another example comes when Anirudh, he went to Vrindavan from Dwarka, because Lord Krishna told him that please go back to my parents and my friends out there and tell them that I'll be coming someday. He said, will you actually come there? He said, you please go. You know that I cannot go, but you just go there. So he went there, he saw that how advanced devotees were. He was saying that, okay, and I expect only one bloom, that next life I come as a blade of grass in this place, because they are so advanced devotees. When even when they are just crushing over my head with their feet, I'll still be purified. That was his consciousness. So that was Aniruddha's consciousness, and he was the closest associate of Lord Krishna. And then he says in sixth that, okay, when will I actually have that type of prem and that type of feelings, that when I'm chanting the holy name, actually I start feeling and I actually start getting emotional. My throat will be choking. I'll be just, my hand will be crying. When will I actually be able to feel the chanting? It's not that, like in my case, like I speak Finnish language, but I cannot feel it the way I would feel in English or Hindi. Hindi I would feel the most natural. But in Finnish, I can talk, I can feel, but I just don't have that of feel what a natural native Finnish person has. So that's how he wants to have that type of feeling and emotions within him. And then he says that I feel so sorry that I am not able to associate with you. I just see the entire world is like waste. There's nothing for me if you are not there. And then finally he says that I am falling on your feet. And whether you love me or hate me, that doesn't matter. But allow me to just be a part of you. Let me just serve you. That what is your qualification? I'm not saying that. Whether you are qualified or not, I don't look at that. Just let me be just lovingly serve you. That's all I want. And this is the what this knowledge Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given personally. And if you realize, these are 8 verses from the 4 sampradayas. And what about his impact? It sounds all high and mighty, but how is it relevant in present context? Those who saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they saw he was always singing and dancing and distributing love of God. And he induced many people to take this process. And many people, their heart were clean and they actually became devotees. And they were preaching further. And still Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Srila Prabhupada, then he realized, based on his master's instruction, he was taking this service. He went to Western world and then he got, and there was, he fulfilled Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's prophecy that this name will be sounding all over in Western world. And then those people will be coming. And that day arrived in 1975 when those Western people came back in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's place, birthplace in Mayapur, and they were singing and dancing. Jai Sachinandan, Jai Sachinandan. This was predicted by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And even in present day, you realize that there is Sankirtan going on. And during this Jagannath Rath Yatra, we'll see happening in Helsinki also. So this is the prediction of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this is what we see. But now comes a point, okay, where is the place? Like Srila Prabhupada himself once said that who will listen to Krishna's name when the times are so bad, when he went to meet Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So how is it relevant in present day context? So let's see. So are they still relevant? When he was talking about love and compassion. When you are talking, we are loving and compassionate and empathy for all living beings, half the trouble will be going away. Now we are wondering, okay, my neighboring nations are having this problem. What will happen to my nation? Now our friendly nation is not friendly anymore. But if you are loving and caring, it doesn't matter, because we know that is Krishna's wish. Whatever happens, it happens. And when we are talking about spiritual awakening, when people are just looking for life, you see that many people are getting drug addict, they are into tattoos and then the piercings and all those things, and they are not thinking about God. So he's talking about that we are not his body. What's the point in decorating my body beautifully if my heart is not clean? Because this body is just nothing like a car which is taking soul or the driver as the vehicle. So when we are doing this slowly, it is giving us a chance. So we are able to connect our inner selves. Because what's the point in pretending to others that I'm so high, mighty, powerful, happy when we are not? So basically, we are going within. And then we are talking about community and inclusivity. When we are not looking at the caste and social status, okay, what's your religion, where are you from, are you white, you are non-white, okay, are you from Saksan or whatever, are you Aryan or Dravid? No, we are not looking that. That's the time when we are actually advancing spiritual life. When there is sense of community, when we are not busy fighting with each other, we are supporting each other, life becomes much more comfortable. So instead of clash, we are trying to associate. Then materialism, frankly speaking, think of any rich person. They are not actually happy. They are pretending, and since they don't have anything else in life, their only goal in life becomes to collect more and more money. But are they really happy? They are not. So basically, he says that whatever is in front of you, it was there before you. There were richer people than you, and they'll be richer than coming times also. But what's the point? And where will you take these riches? You can't carry anything other than what is within your heart, what your soul is actually basically increasing to, or basically elevating to. So materialism doesn't help. But if you want to get the feeling of fulfillment, so you have to let go of materialism. And then cultural integration, basically whatever you are doing, if you are having the element of spirituality, so then you will come in any cultural satisfaction. If you think no, olen suomalainen, the minute you go outside Swedish border, Finnish border, then you feel uncomfortable. If you have nothing beyond to offer, you realize, what am I doing out here? That's why you will find that many people learn many languages out here. When they go out, people are appreciating, okay, yes, you are coming from Finland. So if you are spiritually strong, then they know that, okay, not only materially but spiritually this person is also advanced. We are not saying that you talk only about Krishna consciousness, but if you are God conscious, automatically you are able to offer much more. You come across a person in some other culture, in another society, and you find that person is suffering, or rather in sadness or sorrows, then you are able to offer much more meaningful when you yourself have something. Because how can I give you something from my pocket when I don't have anything in my own pocket? So if I'm spiritually also qualified, or at least advancing, then I can be able to help others. Then if you are having mindfulness and meditation, basically you are becoming more and more peaceful, you have inner peace, and when you are more peaceful, you are having quality in whatever you are doing. Whether you are a good doctor, good engineer, or whatever you are much better in your own work. And even if you are doing social help, or you are doing spiritual help, you are much more effective in that. And then of course we are talking about environmental responsibility. If we are seeing living being in every living entity, automatically we'll start respecting all others' lives. And when we start respecting others, then of course we are also directly and indirectly taking care of the ecological concerns. So to summarize, his teaching offers profound insights that can guide us as individuals or as communities in going through this present modern times, which are very difficult, and with a spirit of love and inclusion and spiritual awakening. That was his final teachings. That's what I repeat. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Now, if there's any question or any comments, but anyways, thank you very much for your patient listening. So, any questions or any comments? Yes, Prabhu.
Thank you for lectures. I don't have any questions about what you said in detail about Govinda Prabhu and everything. I have questions about one thing you talked about in the starting. You said the Prabhu is singing a song.
Yes.
And you said about him like he's my God brother.
Yes.
Can you figure about God brother and how he is your God brother?
Okay. Is it okay? I have this typical habit. I'm sorry, I cannot get rid of this habit. Who are in your family, Prabhu?
Now here, me and my wife and my daughter.
And when you are in India?
I have a brother, one brother, and mom and dad.
Okay. So this is what I'm saying, that we are talking about families and extended families. Now, if I say family, if you are exactly like me, you will say, okay, are you talking biological family or my acquired family, isn't it?
Yes.
Likewise, as I mentioned that Bhakti Vinod Thakur is Srila Prabhupada's spiritual grandfather. So we are talking about spiritual aspects, which is coming from the parampara. Yeah, I'm coming to that also. So when we are talking about that, of course, all devotees are my god brothers and god sisters, because they are coming from Krishna's family only. And here also, I took a spiritual master, Bir Krishna Goswami Maharaj. So he also took the same Guru Maharaj. And in fact, I was mentioning about this Krishna Priya Mataji. She was also my god sister. So basically, we share the same common spiritual master who was serving Srila Prabhupada, so his mission. So I'm talking about parampara wise. So that's why I say that he's my god brother. Of course, all of you are my god brother and god sisters. But in that sense, I was specifically saying because he was singing. everybody else was following. So all my god brothers, sisters, they were singing very wonderfully. But today when I came here, I came up there and I was listening, and it just shocked me how wonderfully he was singing today. Today I felt rather very special when he was singing like that. That's why I said that. Does it answer your question, Prabhu?
Yes, but what I mean,
Yeah. We share same spiritual guru. To put in brief.
if you said like very spiritually God and God brother and sisters,
Yes.
like that means in a spiritually,
Yes.
like you can say in Atma, spirit.
Yes.
Spirit.
We are talking spiritual level. Yeah.
In a spirit, there is a link, like there is a different like man and woman.
No, spiritually not. It's only the physical body. Like, okay, let's say you came to temple in Tesla car, and I came in a bicycle. So you are coming in that body, and I'm coming in that body. That's it. Basically, the only Purush is Lord Krishna himself, and all are part of Prakriti. So we are all females. We are just living in physical body, so we are thinking, oh, I'm male. It's not. We are just being macho. Again, that's like spiritual thinking.
That
not
means,
wrong.
Spiritually, we are just one.
Yes.
This Atma. This
we are Atmas.
Spirit,
Yeah.
Then when you said like we are God brother,
Yeah.
like Krishna was born. That's why maybe we are a God brother with Krishna as well. Or
Well, we are not God brother with him because we are God brother because of him. Because all of us are coming through Krishna, because he is like the, you'll see that we are talking neck beads. Now, these neck beads are all beads, but what are they resting on? The thread. So, Krishna is that thread. So, all of us are God brother, God sister because of Krishna. It's not we are God brother with Krishna. These are all the beads. They are related, but they are all resting on Krishna. So, everything is resting on Krishna, whether this universe or, I'm just giving a very simple example. So we are not God brother Krishna because we are God brother, God sister because of Krishna. Does that answer the question?
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, there's one question coming from here. I'll come to you. Yes.
How can you say that they are not happy, those who have money and wealth?
Uh,
You know, everybody.
well, let me put it this way. All of us know about this wonderful website called Amazon. And they are even more powerful because they have this cloud service and all those in computing service. But he is so rich. Jeff Bezos is so rich, so wealthy, and he is supposed to be very happy. He is very happy, but then how come he is so happy at the cost of others that he in which you can donate money so that salary can be paid to his staff. Those people who are working for Amazon, people we like us have to donate money so that we can pay salary. He can pay salary to his staff, and he is such a happy person that he happily divorced his wife and he gave some alimony, and from that also she is a bigger hearted person because she donated for various social causes. So happiness is not what I am displaying to others, what actually I feel within. What is there? Why are you so greedy that you have so much of money but still for paying money to those people who are working for you for material satisfaction, you are asking others to pay money for that? So what is your happiness are you talking about? The very fact your action don't match your words, we believe yes you are very happy but in negative sense. So he is enjoying. That's what I said, that there's nothing else in life just to like a money counter. Just you are just calculating more money, how much more money can I earn, and that's what is his happiness. If your happiness is that, okay, then some people have happiness of just doing philanthropy. That's also good happiness. Everything is happiness. If I'm just gambling, that's also happiness. I'm watching Chinese drama because I'm bored with the Hollywood movies, I'm bored with Indian movies, Bollywood movies. So I watch Chinese drama. So that is my happiness. So everybody has a different happiness. With different happiness comes different results. So Jeff Bezos what will be he be becoming? We don't know in next life. If you are taking away everybody's fair wealth of share, who's working for you physically, you are not even doing. Forget about advancing material, spiritually, even materially you're not advanced. So that's a great happiness. At least I would not like to have that happiness. I was talking from happiness as I've learned from Krishna and Krishna's devotees. Does it answer your question, Prabhu? Okay. Yes, Prabhuji, you are asking. Krishna. Yes, Prabhuji.
Great day for everybody. Answer, I want to very short answer.
No, no, no. You can ask me.
How can we be a Chaitanya? How can we?
When we start realizing that we are not this body, we are here to serve Krishna, and whatever we think we see, automatically will become Krishna conscious. Chaitanya will come because of that only, and that's why Krishna has to take so many avatars to keep reminding us the same thing, whether it's through Bhagavad Gita or through Sankirtan. Does that answer? Brief? I can go in at length also.
Thank you. Very short, so
Sure.
thanks.
No, no. Yes, bro.
I want to, one person asked, basically, if you want best happiness, it's Radha Krishna. But I would tell, like, he asked, like, if someone has money and all this, and he must be happy, but you know, there's a very good, nice example. You know, like the tree. It has the leaves represent all the senses, all you put water on the senses, on the leaves, the tree will not grow. It's not real happiness. Eventually, the tree will be dark because it's not getting the water on the source, which is the root. That happiness, what is money, all this, fade away because it's not the highest happiness. From the root, everybody knows happens. The tree will grow, be beautiful. It's very nice. It's like all this happiness is nice, but if you want the best happiness, it's Radha.
Yes, as this wonderful devotee, you can see him serving. He looks very modern, but he's a very good devotee at heart. As he rightly pointed out, okay, I think I'm getting a time out so that my time is getting over. But as he rightly pointed out, like a tree, if you put water in the roots, then it actually helps a tree bloom. But if you're trying putting on leaves and bark, it doesn't help much. And likewise, we could take the example of Krishna consciousness, like that of tree. Tree is also giving everything, sacrifice everything, and still is happy. Not like that I grab everything from others and then I'm trying to be happy at others' cost. And that is very cheap happiness, as he rightly pointed out. For higher happiness, we have to think higher.
So what is the solution? Radha Krishna's Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna, Hare
That's what we
Krishna,
discussed. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram.
That's the
Okay.
best solution.
Hare Krishna. Now, because of lack